Crinkly. Hello and welcome to another MrBetaByte video, and this one's a little bit different insofar as hopefully we're going to get this NV-V8000 finally fit for purpose. So you remember in part 4 we swapped the deck out from those parts very kindly provided by David. Once again, thank you so much, David, for your help. I just couldn't have done it without you, and it's great we've got as far as we have. But it's the gift that keeps on giving. We have what looks like power supply issues, and I'll go into why I think it's power supply rather than something else. And we do have an issue as well, where it is crinkling the tape. You can't see it terribly well, but you can just see at the bottom there there's some crinkling going on. And what I've found, and I've been playing with this a little bit just to stop it crinkling the tape so I can do other checks. The ace head was actually completely and utterly misaligned, and it was actually leaning forward so far that it was pushing the tape down, crinkling on this guide here, and yeah, was not good. I was wondering if it was the pinch roller, but the pinch roller seems so good, and I have no reason to suspect it. I do have this pinch roller from the original deck, but that is really tired. I do wonder, I just wonder if that's had it, to be honest. So yeah, took it off the other deck. I did go through my pinch roller collection as well. I do have some others somewhere, but none of those were any good. I thought, well, if I've got a good pinch roller, I could swap it and eliminate at least the pinch roller, but I'm pretty confident it's not the case. So yeah, we have some fun. The video output has become really poor, and the longer it's left on, the worse it gets. Now, I was thinking it's probably capacitors in the video output stage or somewhere in the video stage processing, but why I think it's probably power supply is that when I first started it up from cold, the head sort of very slowly got up to speed, and then as the machine warmed up, it just seemed fine. So yeah, I just have a feeling that maybe we've got bad caps in the power supply. Gosh, it is actually getting quite hot, which I wouldn't really expect, as it's not been doing that much. It's just been on. Another thing that I've just realized, there is a power supply here as well, specifically for this. Oh, E to E level. Oh, okay. That's a bit interesting. I wonder if there's problems. Yeah, you see there's signs of moisture on here as well, and I wonder what's going on here. I do have the manual, I think, so it may be worth me just seeing what's what. Just notice I missed a screw there as well, but yeah, playback level. So it could be in this area as well, possibly. But I'm sort of thinking we need to just check the caps in here. Like I say, this could be duff. This could be troublesome. even though it is powering the machine, it could have bad caps, because this machine is just such a I don't know, a mix of several machines with broken parts. So yeah, I'm gonna have a bit of a tidy up, put everything away. Like I say, I'm pretty convinced the pinch roller's fine. Ace head, yeah, will need to be adjusted. I don't know what's happened there, quite why that's been adjusted out like it has. I do have the other one on the other deck, and I think I even have one of these as a brand new old stock item, so I could always change it for that if I suspect there is wear. But I don't think, I mean, these are pretty tough, these Ace heads on Panasonics. So I don't know. I just think maybe we have just somebody's been fiddling. I mean, the screw there, we can see silver on the screw, and that's where I've adjusted it down. It was so far out. I mean, it was leaning, because you could compare it to the upright nature of the one take-up arm, and it was way out. I mean, it was leaning so far forward from the top. So yeah, it was sort of driving the tape down onto that, which was crinkling the tape. But yeah, now it plays fine, but of course the audio is pretty muffled, so I probably need to adjust the height as well. I don't know whether that's been fiddled with, but yeah, we'll see how we get on. Maybe I might have to do something about it, but yeah, let's crack on. So just doing a playback test again. You can see I have audio, but I have absolutely no video at all now. And to me, I mean, the camera doesn't really show the heads because of the frame rate, but it doesn't seem quite right. If I let's stop. Okay, so I've just turned it off. Wait for the heads to stop. And then press play. It's amazing how many head chips are on that head disc. I don't know where you could hear that, but it just seems to take a while to sort of get up to speed. No, I just think it is power supply. But yeah, I think what I need to do is call up the service manual and just have a look at the rails and see what they're doing. I mean, it's very tempting just to whip that out and just check it. I sort of almost quite enjoy just going in blind and just checking stuff just out of my own curiosity, and of course I have that luxury in a way. But yeah, let's see what happens. Let's crack on. Almost 2 weeks have passed and I've done quite a lot. I didn't actually record it, but the reason 2 weeks have passed is because I wanted to change the main sort of culprits that could cause problems in the power supply, and I've been waiting for some capacitors, and they've taken literally gosh, nearly a month to get here. So yeah, it's about 3 weeks. But they're here, came today, brilliant. So yeah, I've taken out the video processing board. Now, again, not the easiest thing to work on in any great depth if you haven't got the extender leads. They're extension leads that you can use to actually lift these boards out, connect them and test them. and I of course don't have those, so I just almost have to hope it isn't too bad. I can do some, but yeah, but I think I might have found the fault. It turned out, I think anyway, one of those annoying black foam insulating pads that manufacturers use. Sony used them quite a bit in some of their kit. The orange ones in the earlier and the black in the later. The black were worse in many ways because they actually went to tar. This one had actually become conductive, and it would basically, the longer it had voltage across it, the lower the resistance got. And I mean, it had high resistance relatively, but it would drop down. And that was the interesting thing with the fault. As far as when I first powered it on, I had a great picture, and the more I used the machine, the worse the picture got. And where is this? It's actually video muting. So I think it's been just gradually muting the video. So what a pain. So what I'm going to do now, I'm very tight on time. It's the busiest time of the year for me at the moment, so I don't even know if this video is going to make it out on Saturday or whether I'm just going to miss a week. But anyway, I'm going to change these capacitors on this power supply. Then I'll probably show putting everything back in. I'm a little bit concerned about these, but they do all look unique, so we should be okay. All these connectors. But yeah, put it back together, and hopefully we'll have a working machine. That would be really, really great. So yeah, let's crack on. Power supply is done. I've not changed every capacitor. In fact, quite a few of them were okay. But again, it's the odd values. So like it's 56 microfarad, 10 volt type things going on, which yeah, they're all dodgy. So these two, one down there, one here, and I changed all of these. All of these were actually, they looked not great, and I think it was that one had actually leaked. So in a way, it's a bit of a shame because I won't know really realistically what the fault was, whether it was a power supply fault or whether it is that that sticky pad on the video mute. But that's assuming it works, because we may well still have issues. So yeah, let's actually just put the caps on the tester and see how they perform. So first one is the 1000 microfarad 10 volts, and it's a bit low, but it's probably okay. 10 microfarad, sorry, 1000 microfarad 10 volt capacitor. Oh gosh, that's really low. 470 6.3 volt, bit low. So this one's from the primary side. It's 1 microfarad 400 volt. ESR 84 ohms. It's a bit high. But 400 volts, I would expect a higher ESR, but not 84 ohms, maybe? Let me know in the comments on that one. I think that is high. Yeah, tiny bit suspect maybe, but not really. It's fine. I think this one's from the primary side as well. 47 microfarad, 16 volts. Yeah, it's fine. That's good. And this one, yeah, this one's leaked a bit, and I can't see the value. It's leaked and it's taken off the print. So I had to, well, I could see it. I could actually just about make out the value of it, Of course, my fingers have been around it since, and it's rubbed off. And $51 ESR 16. Let me just see what that value is. So that one was 56 microfarad, 6.3 volts. So, so this one is 100 microfarad, 6.3 volts. Again, it's a bit wet. I don't know if you can make that out. It's a little bit wet on the bottom. It's actually reading high with a 7.8 ohm ESR, which is not great. So, yeah. And this is another, I think this is another 100 microfarad, 6.3. Let's test it first. Yeah, 13 ohm. Yeah, it's not great, is it? So, yeah. This one is 27 microfarad, 50 volts. So that's obviously for the VFD, I would assume, or it could be, well, yeah, I suppose you could argue it's maybe the tuning, 49. Oh, it's reading really high. So I would say that was not happy. That's also, yeah, again, I don't want you to see that, but that is really wet. So yeah, it's getting on my fingers. It's probably not very good for your skin. What's the value of this one? 56 at 6.3. Yeah, 6.3. I wouldn't expect that ESR, and it's 99.58 ohm. I think that's a 100 microfarad, 16 volt. You see, that's not terrible. So yeah, that was an exercise well worth doing. So let's get this machine back together. Let's crack on. Okay, so let the fun begin. First of all, that's a bit better. So I can't remember actually how this goes. I think it's like so. And that goes, I believe, that side of the. This is the problem. It's been so long since I've taken this apart that I've forgotten how it goes back together. So you can't go wrong with that. So that plastic is just it's class 2 integrity basically for mains isolation. So yeah, you do want to get that right. Make sure you don't miss them out. So we all are looking good, fairly clean in there. And we'll just take off this load of dust on this big capacitor, so I'll get the main of that off. It's a bit better. So the way around this goes. No, this is well and truly baked. I'll probably leave that on just for historical reference. So let's drop that back in. Okay, so I did change a cap on here. I think it's that one. It was there was just one cap that just looked a little bit weepy. Yes, there. So this is the subboard for the output, and sub pack. They call them packs. I'm sure I've mentioned that before, but just reminding myself really. It's been a few days. Super busy at the moment with everything. It's a terrible time of year for me, to be honest, when it comes to making these videos, because I just don't have time. So let's give this a quick clean. Okay, so let's get this in. Okay, so we're back together relatively, and actually had a really nice comment from Colin over at Video 99, Schrodinger's VCR, and this is very much the case. In theory, it should be absolutely perfect, run well, everything will be wonderful. Let's see. Here we go, powering on. So far so good. So magic, and let's press play, see what we get. That is pretty cool. I'm so pleased. Pause. Review. Q. Review. I might have a slight issue there on review. Yeah, it's a slightly buckling the tape. Although, to be fair, it could well be the actual tape itself, because this tape's been well and truly abused. So, yeah. Well, what can I say? Oh, we have video issues. Still, after all that. Oh. That is so going to be a capacitor. I mean, the problem I don't have the extension cables for the boards. Like I've said, it's so difficult to work on the actual board itself. Yeah. Oh, that's so disappointing. I was so convinced I'd got it. So there is going to be a part 6. I'll get this video out, and yeah, you can enjoy it for what it is. But we haven't really moved that far forward, which is a real shame. We know we have a good power supply now, which is good, but somewhere on here there's a bad cap, and finding that is going to be a whole barrel of fun. So like I say, a part 6 to follow, and we will in that part go through some of the functions as well, because I just really want to enjoy this machine while I have it, and while I'm testing it as well, and the recording side of it as well. I'd be interested to see if that works. Place your bets now. So with that, thank you very much for watching, and I will hopefully see you in another video. Bye for now.